Getting married, going to a wedding as a guest, I've got you covered. Here are 10 of the best wedding fragrances for all seasons. Stay tuned. I've had lots of comments on Instagram and YouTube lately asking me for wedding fragrance recommendations. People who are visiting a wedding, people whose wedding day it is. So I thought I would make this video so I could have all my wedding fragrance recommendations in one place to save me from answering hundreds of comments. I've picked 2 fragrances for each season, one designer, one niche, just to give you as much choice as possible. We're going to start with spring. The first one is from Dior, it's Eau Sauvage Parfum. An incredible fragrance. This is a citrus aromatic, very well put together, very sophisticated. Perfectly blends an old school fragrance smell with the modern. It's a very impactful fragrance, a real special occasion type of scent. When you're dressed up smart for a wedding, this is going to work. A niche option for a spring wedding, I'm going with Renier's Oud Rain Tropical Storm. Tropical fruits and green cypress bring a green, bright, uplifting quality. There's a light use of oud and tobacco, but it's all smoothed out with a beautiful, creamy sandalwood. Honestly, the quality of this fragrance cannot be overstated. It is such a stunner. The original Oud Rain was amazing, but the tropical fruits just bring that slightly brighter aspect, which I think work so well at a wedding. If you want to make a statement at a wedding, if you want to smell like no one else and wear something that people will not have smelled before, this will do it. We're on to summer, and the designer fragrance I'm going for is Gucci Guilty Elixir. Powdery white florals, lots of depth and great longevity for a long wedding day, but still very bright and radiant. I bought this last year when I was going on holiday to Spain, so I really associate this with a bright, feel-good, summery vibe. So for me, this works so well at summer weddings. Very elegant, very easy to wear, very sophisticated. It's also very mass appealing, but still has a great, distinct quality to it. My go-to niche fragrance for summer weddings, and I will be going to a wedding this summer, I will be wearing this fragrance. It's not only one of my favorite summer wedding fragrances, it's one of my favorite fragrances, full stop. From Amouage, this is Reflection Man 45. Beautiful combination of sandalwood and white florals. It's like a wedding celebration in a bottle. It's like a celebration of anything in a bottle. It's a celebration of wearing an incredible smell. You could also go with Reflection Man. I'm kind of including both Reflection Man and Reflection 45 in this section. If you want something that is a little easier going, a little smoother, a little more rounded, even more floral, then go with Reflection Man. If you want something that is a bit more impactful, has a little bit more attitude, there's a little extra depth and earthiness with this, then go with Reflection 45 if you want to make more of a statement. This would be my choice because I think it is bright and floral enough for a wedding, but it's also got that little streak of attitude running through it, which I love so much. Simply perfect for a wedding, special fragrance for a special occasion. If it is your wedding, if you are the groom at this wedding and you're looking for a fragrance to wear and you want something maybe new, something that you will have associations with your wedding day, and you haven't treated yourself to a bottle of Reflection 45, then when is there a better time to go all in and spend that money? I know it's a very expensive fragrance, but if it is going to be a smell that reminds you of your wedding day for the rest of your life, you want an incredible scent that honestly I think is one of the best out there, then if you love fragrance as much as I do, head over to my online store luxparfum.co.uk. You'll find my favourite brands plus brands you can't find anywhere else in the UK. Link is in the description. Autumn, and we're going a little heavier now. The designer choice is Tom Ford's Black Orchid Parfum. Very strong, fruity floral, bright, but with lots of depth to punch through cooler autumn air. Love the boozy rum notes in here, and of course ties in with weddings because there's usually a lot of booze at weddings. It takes that very distinctive, characterful, original Black Orchid DNA, but adding the booze makes it smell even more masculine to me. Very strong, very impactful, and very high quality. There could really only be one option for a niche autumn wedding fragrance. This is one that I've worn as a guest at an autumn wedding myself. Roger Parfum's Enigma. Loads of florals, but deeper, richer notes of vanilla, cognac and tobacco. This fragrance is just one of the best ever made. It's my favorite fragrance of all time. When I wore this at an autumn wedding in the Lake District, I was wearing like a tweed suit, so it was perfect for autumn. I got so many compliments on this throughout the day. It lasted all day. I think it was actually the parfum version that I wore, so it was even stronger. I know this is the parfum cologne, which would work equally as well in the autumn. If you're struggling which one to get, if you are thinking of buying Enigma for a wedding, if it's going to be a warmer, sunnier autumn day, you could maybe go for the parfum cologne because it is just that little bit brighter. The citruses pop just a little bit more in the opening. If it's going to be a cooler, more overcast autumn day, then go with the parfum. One of the best. For me, this just hit the bullseye for an autumn wedding. Winter, we're hitting a little heavier now for the colder winter months. The designer choice is Dior Homme Parfum. Stunning iris brings the florals, leather brings a sexy, robust quality. Very rich and full-bodied, you cannot go wrong with Dior Homme Parfum. One of the best designer fragrances ever made. You've got the beautiful Dior iris in there, but the heavier notes make this a perfect winter choice. Also very strong, so it's going to last all day and all night, and we know how important that wedding night can be. The niche choice for winter is Parfum de Marly's Carlisle. Fruity, rich, creamy, and an almost infinite woody depth. If you want a beast mode wedding fragrance, look no further than Carlisle. This will last all day and well into the night, and probably into the next day. Make a statement, get the compliments, get Carlisle. So that's all seasons covered. There were 2 more fragrances that I just had to include in this video. These will work for any season. You're just never going to go wrong with Tom Ford's Oud Wood. This is a stunning fragrance, one of my favorite of all time. This is responsible for getting me properly into fragrances. Amazing smell, you're never going to go wrong with Oud Wood. And it's back to Roger for a niche fragrance because Elysium is going to do it. Sparkling citruses and florals, bright and resplendent, the perfect luxurious smell for a wedding any time of year. Right, I think that does it. Those would be my go-to choices for wedding fragrances for all the different seasons. So anyone who's been asking me recently, I hope you find this video and this will answer your question. Let me know your favorite wedding fragrances. What have you worn that's really worked when you've been a guest at weddings? And if you've been the one to get married, which fragrance did you choose and were you pleased with your choice? Let me know. Be sure to subscribe, and if you're going to a wedding or if it's your wedding, I hope you have the absolute best, most memorable day, and make sure you choose your fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.